So what's up guys, and welcome back to my channel. So guys, like I told you guys before that I am going to be gone for a while because of exams and all that. This is the time, we are going through all that, but I did actually shoot some content for you guys. I'm just going to be releasing it throughout the week for you guys so you guys don't get bored. We have been working on a lot of different things, but today we are just going to be going through it's more of a vlog showing you guys what's been going on when we have been off, what's new, and what's different, the changes that have been going on here at Jayzz Farm. And yeah, I'm just going to take you guys through through the entire thing with me, and then you guys can actually just see what has really changed and what hasn't, and what are we actually doing about it to make these changes happen. So first of all, we're actually gonna we're actually in the rabbitry now, but I'm not sure this is where we're actually going to start. So we might actually have to go to the back. That's where we might actually have to start, see what's going on. And yeah, so let's go guys. Don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe. We're now on the road to 400 subs. Thank you all to everybody that has subscribed before. Thank you, love the support, and let's get into the video. So if you guys didn't know, I'm just gonna let you guys know right now, I haven't been really on the farm that much. I've actually been here just a couple of days, and then I'm off another couple of days, and then I'm back. So a lot has been going on. Some changes that I actually came and saw, there were some things that did actually change, but let's go and let's see what's up. So guys, the first thing we're actually going to talk about here today is the chickens. So good thing now is that recently we've been getting a continuous supply of these chickens. So that's the good thing. We've been getting a continuous supply. So I'm actually very, very happy about that. I didn't even know there were eggs, only to come and find out that we did have eggs. But guys, I want you guys to talk to me about this. This here is going on here. Let me show you guys. This here, I know it's from the mating and all that, because we have the same thing on this hen over here. Same thing is going on with her, and same thing is going on with that one. So we are thinking that maybe it's because we have too many roosters, because we actually do have quite a lot of roosters. So it's always one rooster. After one is done, another one is coming. After another one is done, another one is coming. After another one is done, another one is coming. It actually got so bad to a point that we had to move some of our hens because it was getting too bad. Some of them were bleeding, and all this was going on. So as you guys know, this is my first time actually keeping chickens, so I'm not actually sure if this is a normal process. I'm actually still trying to ask around, because I'm not sure if we might do some research on it, but I prefer to actually ask around from people who actually have the road runners and stuff. So yeah, something that has been going on. And I can say that one of my favorite hen, she has been a little, how do I say it, a little clingy to me lately. As you guys can see, she's literally right here. There you go, buddy. There you go. There you go. She's literally been so clingy. But anyways, all the other chickens are doing good. And let me show you guys the eggs, the size of the eggs. They actually look like layers eggs. So super stoked about that. So then just gonna check out the eggs, and then we might give them something to eat, because they last ate yesterday evening, sorry, not night, yesterday evening around 5-6. So let's go check out the eggs, guys, and let's see what that is. So as you guys know, we just let our chickens lay all around here. It's free, there's no predators, no nothing. But one of them actually laid in here, as you guys can see. Look at this. Look at these. These actually look like eggs you could actually sell. You can actually sell these. Look like layers eggs, and they're big, guys. Look how big these are. So we now have eggs. And as I told you guys before, last time, we did have hens. They did actually hatch their chicks. So it's small production. It's a slow production, but from where we started, I think it's okay. I think we're doing really good from where we started. We haven't had any casualties with our chickens. We did have a few casualties with some of our chicks. It does happen, just a few, but we're happy with where we've been, where we started. It started off as something that we just say, let's just do it, let's try. And to be where we are today, amazing. So small scale, but we're going up. And next year we wish and we will be doing bigger numbers than we are doing today. So let's move on. And guys, look at this. I last showed you guys when we had just finished transplanting these things. Look how big they've grown, man. So we don't have anything over here. We did have rape. As you guys know, rape eventually starts to turn purple. So we have been removing it slowly. We have been feeding the chickens, we have been feeding the rabbits with all of this, but some of it has actually now just dried. As you guys can see, with rape, bad thing about rape is that the leaves eventually turn purple, and it's not edible anymore. So we have been removing this. We are still planning on what we are going to put in this whole area over here, but hopefully we will put something eventually. But super stoked for what we have over here. We actually did do some weeding yesterday. As you guys can see, weeding was done. We might now actually just throw some manure on top and then see how it goes from there. But so far so good. So like I say to you guys, I haven't been on the farm for some time. I've had my on and off days, and I've had my, should I say, my team. I've had my team. They're the ones who have been running things while I haven't been here for the past couple of days. So they have been running everything while I haven't been here. But shock is that we did plant quite a lot of tomatoes, and now the tomatoes are producing, and we do have more than we expected to have. Some are actually getting rotten, but we don't know. We might actually just end up feeding these to the animals. As you guys can see, we did put some aside. These are some that were actually getting rotten now, but look at the sizes, guys. Look at the size of this. Look at the sizes of these. Too bad this one is rotten, but look at the sizes, guys, and look at all of these. I can't say that we are failing on self-sustainability, because we're not. This is actually quite impressive. We no more have a problem of tomatoes. We no more have a problem of veggies. Soon enough, we're not going to have a problem of onions. So this is the self-sustainability that we were talking about. Like you have your plants, you have your animals, you feed the animals, your produce from the garden. The animals produce the manure, and then you take that manure and you give it back to the garden. It's just a continuous cycle, over and over and over and over and over. So right now, what we're actually going to do is that we just want to pick a couple of tomatoes, so we can take them into the house. We're just going to do that, pick a few, and let's see what type of quality tomatoes we get before we move on. Look at these. Look how big this is. Sure. They've produced so much, guys. Look at this. Tomatoes, tomatoes, tomatoes. Look how big these are. Awesome, man. How big these are, man. Ooh. As you guys can see, we didn't pick a lot because this is just for the house, just for today. We did pick some yesterday, and you know, the guys that stay here did pick as well. So everybody is enjoying the tomatoes. Guys, look at these, man. Look at these. Wouldn't enjoy this, man. Look at this. Look how... Look at these, guys. Shop quality. I would buy this from a shop. Even from the market, I would buy these from the market. Why not? You guys have seen how big the argons were. So we just picked a few. Obviously, these just have to wait for some of them to turn red. But then most of them are still green because people have been picking them. So you guys get it. The best thing about being a farmer, having a small scale business and all that, you actually get to enjoy the small fruits of your labor. And I told you guys that ever since I started this farming journey this year, there's been nothing more satisfying to me, guys. Nothing more satisfying to me than trying my own fresh produce. This is good. You guys do know that we did have a lot of rape. We did actually plant rape. Most of the yard we did plant rape. But problem with rape is that rape is only there for short periods of time. So we thought to ourselves, what can we have that we can eat and sell at the same time, but continues to grow for a longer period of time? So we did plant some kovo, different types actually. The kovo that we have over here, it's actually growing now, as you guys can see. Some of it is still, we're trying to work it out, but yeah. As a 19-year-old doing this, I wouldn't complain. I feel happy, I feel satisfied. Chickens are in order, the garden is in order, and one more thing that we haven't really been talking about, the rabbitry. I have a surprise for you guys. But before we go there, let's continue with this produce, because I'm feeling a bit hungry, and why not eat from your garden if you can? So that's what we're going to do. As you guys can see over here, I'm just gonna pull one of these out and see how they've been doing. Look at that. Still growing. Seems they're still growing. But of course, guys, I would be satisfied with this. Let's see if we can find a few more to try. So let's try taking this one over here. Let's try looking for quite a few. Let's try taking this one. Or these two. Fresh from the garden. Okay guys, let's do this. I'm actually just gonna try these, because why not? So these aren't actually fully grown yet. These are actually still growing, but doesn't mean we can't try them. So we're actually going to give these to our rabbits. Give these to the rabbits. Look at these guys. This is good. I don't know what happened to this one, but I bet it's gonna taste good either way. This, so guys, this is what it's actually always, for me, this is what it's actually always been about: sustainability. The ability to survive on what you grow, your own produce. Walk into the garden, you can pick your onions, you can pick your tomatoes, you can pick your carrots, you can pick your rape. If you have your maize, turn your maize into meal. If you have your chickens, kill some chickens, make some meat, and you have a full meal right there. I think the only thing you're just going to be buying is salt, but I'm just saying it's not always about eating the same thing every day. But I'm saying you guys get my point. If you can survive one day off of the things that you have grown from your own house, then eventually, you can turn that into, eventually becomes a routine, and then you see yourself eventually saving a lot more money than you would if you would be, going and, buying produce from, the stores and all of that. But it is time consuming. One bad side to it is time consuming. So obviously for those who have the 9-to-5s, it is going to be a bit more difficult. But like I say, guys, if I'm to tell you guys in all honesty, for us to get to this point, I remember telling you guys that it is time to lock in. It is time to get serious. If you do have any type of projects or ideas that you guys have, then indulge in them, because time is running out. And it's not like you have to push yourself to the max, like you have to be a 10 out of 10. I can literally tell you guys that the best I have done here is not even an 8, it's not even a 10. I've literally tried work skill, let's just say a 6. Literally come here in the garden, spend 2-3 hours in the garden. Maybe wake up, sometimes you can wake up at 6, sometimes you wake up at 5, you finish at 8. The rest of the day you have the rest of the day to yourself, whatever you guys are going to be doing. I'm saying that has literally been a couple of hours of my day. I could have used that time doing something else that wouldn't actually benefit, but taking those 2-3 hours, putting it into the garden, has actually paid off. So now that we are done this side, I think it's now time for us to actually move on. We are now actually going into the rabbitry. This one here was actually, what can I say, it was a painful purchase, but then the guy that we actually got it from is part of what I am trying to build. He is a farmer that is now actually under Jayzz Farm. He does have his rabbits now that he actually bought last year from Jayzz Farm. Last year, around when I came back, around that time in December last year, came and he got his rabbits. And funny thing is that I'm the one who's actually going and buying rabbits. So people are not actually going and buying rabbits from him. I actually went and bought rabbits from him because now he has actually scaled up his business. He started with, I think there were eight, and he came, he actually got 4 or 5 New Zealand whites from me, and he had other, I'm not sure the other types of rabbits that he had, but now he's actually at, he said 33 rabbits. That's his breeding stock at the moment, 33 rabbits. And it's not like he hasn't been producing, guys. He's producing, he's eating. He literally, he's always literally now having braais after braai after braai after braai, and he's always now braaiing rabbit. So we did, and we actually went and got a purchase from him. We got 2 New Zealand white purebreds. We got a female and a male. I did actually have to pay for the female, but then I got the male for free because he just decided he's like, the male, you can take it for free, but I did have to pay for the female because she is ready to mate, and she was expensive. It did hurt, but it was a sacrifice that had to be made, and I'm happy about the male. The male is super active. So let's go into the rabbitry and I can show you guys. Let's go. Okay guys, so I'm not gonna say all is well in the rabbitry. As you guys know, like, we have had some difficult times here in the rabbitry, but we're trying different methods, different skills. Like, we did have our male, he's Californian, and he hasn't exactly been doing his job, so that's why we decided to get another male. But I just decided to get them as a pair. So as you guys can see, we have our female over here. So she is our female that we actually got. They did come as a pair with the male. I will show you guys the day we did collect them. They did come as a pair. So like I said, she is ready to breed at the moment. She's ready to breed, so the cost is a bit more expensive for purebred when she's ready to breed. So the cost for a New Zealand white purebred, you're looking to pay from $40. If you find someone who's a bit, what can I say, friendly with you, then you are going to pay cheap. Like we paid $35 for her alone, $35. And then the male, we did get the male for free. But if you are buying from someone who is a bit professional, then you're looking to pay between $45, $45 all the way up to $60. Some people even pay up to $80 for these purebreds over here. I'm not sure what happened here. She was with a male, so I think they did have a little fight. But look at her, guys. Beautiful. Look at this. So she has never ever bred before. So this is going to be actually her first time breeding, and I hope it does actually go well. But now I am actually going to show you guys the male, how active he is, and show you guys how your male is supposed to act as soon as you put a female in the cage. How he's supposed to act. I hope you guys are watching closely. Let's go. There we go. We have one of our New Zealand white females. This is just a random female, guys, that I'm taking over here. Oh, look how big she is, man. So this is the male that we recently got. Look at him. He is over there. So actually just gonna throw her inside and let's see how he's gonna act. Let's see how he's going to react. Now this is what you guys should be looking for in a male. As soon as we have just thrown the female into the cage, he's on. This is what we look for in a male. Wrong side, buddy. Wrong side. Wrong side. There we go. So it seems like the female isn't feeling it right now. But guys, this is the impressive thing. We can always work with the female not wanting to mate, but you can never work when the male does not want to mate. But if he's active like this, you know you got a done deal. Look at that. There he goes. Come on, buddy. Don't stop. Come on. Okay, so I guess he's a bit tired now. Let's see. Oh, there he goes. So right now what he's trying to do is actually trying to convince the female. He's gonna... So what rabbits, when they actually want to convince the female to mate, you know, they are going to pull on the neck, you know, they are going to pull on the ear, you know. It's more of their way of trying to say, you know, give in, give in, give in, give in. But this is what you guys are supposed to be looking for in your males. So as you guys can see, we did have this guy over here. He was our top male at some point, but you know, recently he hasn't been performing as much, so we did have to get a different male. And the new male, I'm happy with the new male, but we're also going to try and use him as well. He is still working here and there, you know, early mornings, late nights. Not late, yeah, when it's cool, just when it's cool enough for the rabbits to breed. You know, during the day, like I say, they usually have very low libido, so you know, chances of success with mating are going to be very low. So without further ado, guys, I will see you guys in the next video. But until then, like, comment, share and subscribe. We are on the road to 400 subs. 400 subs. Let's get there before the end of the month, guys. Let's try and get there before the end of the month. So share to as many people as you can, and I will catch you guys later.
Let's go. I'm just telling you to fight.